Yeah.
Don't forget.
We're all celebrating
Yeah.
the trees, the birds, the insects. We're all celebrating. Come join us, humanity. Come
Yes,
on.
yes. Yeah.
Come dance in the garden again. We're all around you. The garden's around you. We never left. Remember.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I think it's some kind of amnesia or forgetfulness, and it's the story of humanity that I think as a culture we're kind of placeless, and we have these myths that drive the culture we've been grown up in, that no longer seem valid or real or justifiable.
Yeah.
I guess it's like the authority that has lost its justification. It's like growing up, and at some point the parents are there, and you gotta love them, but you gotta move on, and then you create your own way of doing things. And in the same sense, I think the narratives that we've been told no longer make sense in the context of waking up to the ecological reality of things. And I think that's the real reality, is the ecological nature of our lives and our connection to it. I think everything else is kind of a false narrative. Everything else is a hallucination or mass distraction, or it pulls us away from our really deep innate connection. I think that's part of our journey is as a third, fourth generation of people that of newly arrived visitors to the Americas. We're trying to learn our place and learn from the people who have always been here, and in connecting with the earth here, and in connecting with the indigenous cultures here, and trying to and just letting that wisdom come to us. I think it also connects us with ourselves, and I think for me it makes me interested in my own heritage and reconnecting with the places that my family comes from, and is where our history is, and to know that maybe my love for the mountains and forest here maybe comes from some place beyond my what's seen, and maybe back home in Scandinavia there's something there that is very primal or just of my nature that's a part of my, maybe like I'm just inclined by some force to be connected to that, and to respect it and to revere it.
Absolutely. So you had mentioned the false narrative and the false imagination. So what to you is the more proper narrative to be operating under, and how to access the true imagination then? Because I think there is a true imagination of our species, and that's artwork, songs, the things that really move us as a species. So could you speak on those a little bit? What you see the true narrative being?
I think the true narrative is of I think the true narrative is whatever arises out of a fundamentally sustainable connection to nature. I think in some sense it feels like we're living in illusion if we're creating a culture or living within a culture that's not in any way attached to the ecological realities of food production, clean water, air to breathe. And I think we've become very disconnected from that. And that the narrative right now is still right now. It's about having to make money. Yeah. And money is not connected in any way to the natural world. The natural world is infinite in its own way, but it's not. It's in our ability to consume it. It's very finite. But the concentration and priority given to making money, to investing in things with money. Has really, it's a bubble that has taken us away from our roots, that we're fundamentally eroding our own existence. That if we keep focusing on this kind of illusionary bubble, our whole the fundamental ground of which we stand on is going to be gone, and then it collapses, and we don't have anything to build or live from. So. It seems like the true reality or the true ground for all this imagination to arise from is rooted in planet Earth and our connection to our water source and our food source and to one another as fellow humans
Yeah.
rather than under the banner of nations or religions or ethnicities and races and sexes.
Yeah.
I mean, all that stuff, those are just things that divide people up into all these categories and makes them easy to fight with or to have discrepancies with when we're all like fundamentally our true selves. That it's